The TBWS Daily in stereo.
Welcome once again to another exciting episode of the TBWS Daily Show. I'm your host, Brian Stevens.
And I'm Frank Gray.
So representatives of the big four banks, that being Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, and Ringo Starr, are in the process of testifying before the Senate to explain their actions regarding the latest foreclosure debacle. That being robo-signing and the chain of title issues that we talk so much about.
Right.
Now, the issues at hand have far-reaching implications not only for our industry, but for the country.
That's right. Former Senator Ted Kaufman and member of the Congressional Oversight Panel explains the situation at hand in his video. Rather than us try to tell this to you, we'll just show it to you. Take a look at this.
I'm Ted Kaufman, Chairman of the Congressional Oversight Panel. I'm here to introduce our November Oversight Report, examining the consequences of mortgage irregularities for financial stability and foreclosure mitigation. Over the past few months, reports have surfaced alleging that banks and servicers involved in servicing $6.4 trillion in American mortgages may have bypassed legally required steps to foreclose on a home. Employees or contractors of Bank of America, GMAC Mortgage, and other major loan servicers testified to signing thousands of foreclosure documents even though they had no knowledge of the underlying facts. If these reports reflect a disregard on the part of banks for the legal requirements of foreclosure, that alone would be unconscionable. Yet it is possible that the problem is even worse, that robo-signing has concealed much deeper flaws in the mortgage market. The panel has spent weeks digging deep into this issue, but right now, no one can say how deep the problems run. In the best case scenario, concerns about the mortgage market may prove overblown. In this view, robo-signing was deeply wrong, but fairly rare and easily fixed. Banks could clean up any problems by taking greater care to document the facts underlying the foreclosures. The worst case scenario is considerably grimmer. In this view, robo-signing served to conceal the fact that banks cannot prove that they own the mortgage loans they claim to own. In essence, it is possible that the mortgage market has grown too complicated, too fast, for the legal and financial system to keep up. Nowadays, mortgage loans are commonly sold dozens of times between local banks and Wall Street and on to securitization trusts. If at any point the legal steps required to transfer ownership are not followed to the letter, then neither the homeowner nor the bank nor anyone else may be able to tell easily who owns the mortgage. If these problems prove pervasive, the consequences could be severe. Clear and uncontested property rights are the foundation of the housing market. If these rights fall into question, that foundation could collapse. Borrowers may be unable to know whether they're sending their monthly payments to the right people. Judges may block any effort to foreclose, even in cases where borrowers have failed to make regular payments. Multiple banks may attempt to foreclose upon the same property. Borrowers who have already suffered foreclosure may seek to regain title to their homes and force any new owners to move out. Would-be buyers and sellers could find themselves in limbo, unable to know with any certainty whether they can safely buy or sell a home. Documentation problems could also have consequences for Treasury's foreclosure prevention programs. Some servicers dealing with Treasury may not be able to document any legal right to start foreclosures, which may call into question their ability to grant modifications or to demand payments from homeowners. Potentially, payment plans that have already been approved could turn out to be null and void. To put in perspective the potential problem, the mortgage-backed securities market totals $7.6 trillion. Problems that affect even a small percentage of this market could swamp the ability of banks to cope, potentially posing risk to the very financial stability that the Troubled Asset Relief Program was designed to protect. For this reason, while understanding that the extent of the risk remains unclear, the panel urges Treasury and bank regulators to conduct new stress tests to gauge the ability of Wall Street banks to deal with a potential crisis. We also urge Treasury to investigate the effects of documentation problems on their foreclosure prevention programs. And we emphasize that in no circumstance should lenders or servicers foreclose on any homeowner except in full compliance with the law and their own contracts. The American financial system is in a precarious place. Treasury's authority to support the financial system through the Troubled Asset Relief Program has expired, and the resolution authority created by the recent Wall Street reform bill remains untested. Last year's stress test looked only to the end of this year, providing little insurance that banks could withstand sharp losses in the years to come. The housing market and the broader economy remain troubled and vulnerable to future shocks. In short, even as government's response to the financial crisis is drawing to a close, severe threats remain that have the potential to damage financial stability. To read the panel's full report and offer your own thoughts, please visit our website, cop.senate.gov.
That's what's being talked about on the Hill. Listen, as testimony becomes available to us, we'll bring you the outcome along with our opinions.
That's right, and for all of you guys that are still struggling with some testing, maybe failing, need to get something done, a lot of great testimonials on Exam Cram. Right here, this banner, click it over there and get your testing out of the way. We'll see you guys later. Think big.
Work small.
Bye-bye.
Bye.